The warp is a mirror of emotions, though thoughts, fears, and desire of living beings shape it. Sometimes, when a ship travels through the warp, it may appear before it left or far into the future. Time does not work normally in the warp. In the distant past, the warp was calm. That changed during the War on Heaven when the Old Ones fought against the Necrontyr and the Catan. This endless war and death filled the warp with violent emotion. From that point on, the warp became dangerous and unstable. Inside the warp are worlds where beings can exist. These are called demon worlds. They are often twisted reflections of real planets. Some are ruled by the Chaos Gods or powerful demons. The Chaos Space Marine legions do not have one single homeworld. Most of them are scattered across many demon worlds, inside of the Eye of Terror. The warp is called the Sea of Souls because the souls of living creatures ended up in the warp. These souls can get consumed by demons of the Chaos Gods. The Imperium say that the souls of humanity will be protected in the warp by the Emperor. The Eldar uses soul stones so that their souls do not end up in the warp and consumed by Sinesh. The Harlequins get protection by Cataract, the Laughing God. In the warp, there are four Chaos Gods. Thorn, the Blood God, gets powered from violence, bloodshed, and killing and murder, and his domain in the warp is called the Brass Citadel. It is a colossal fortress that Khorne sits upon his skull throne, and outside of the Citadel is endless fighting. Zinch is the god of magic and fate. One of his titles is Changeful Ways. Zinch gets powered by magic, change, betrayal. Zinch's domain is a crystal labyrinth. It is ever shifting maze, closed to impossible to get out of when you're inside. Zinch is in the middle of the crystal labyrinth. Nurgle is the god of disease. His followers called him the Plague Father, and he is the most happy of the Chaos Gods. He gets his power from disease and death. His domain in the warp is called the Garden of Nurgle. This garden is filled with diseases, plants. It is unknown what order these three came first, but the last of the four Chaos Gods came last from the fall of the Eldar Empire. This Chaos God is called Sinesh. Sinesh is the god of excess in all things. She came at the end of the Eldar Empire, killing most of the Eldar that did not leave the heart of the Empire or in the webway. She gets powered by excess, emotions. Sinesh's domain is the Palace of Pleasure. The place have endless torment. There is one part of the warp that the Chaos Gods do not have dominion over. It is called the Forge of Souls. The makers of soul grinders. It is said that Vashnar is the leader of the Soul Forge. The Eldar have their gods in the warp, but all but three of the gods have been killed in the by the fall of the Eldar Empire. And these three Eldar gods are called Kafarek, he is in the webway, Isha, Nurgle captured and saved from Sinesh, who is given plagues by Nurgle to test them out and seeing if it is violent enough, and she is said to give the cure to the people. And Isha is the mother of the Eldaris, they say. Cain, who was shattered by Sinesh, and the last of the Eldar god that lives is Uned, is the god of the dead. Uned came into being at the end of the 41st millennium. Cataract is worshipped by the Harlequins, and Uned is worshipped by the Unari. The Emperor knew of the Chaos Gods. This way, he tried to stop humanity from worshipping the gods, but now the Emperor is worshipped as a god by the Imperium by M32. So the Emperor has a place in the warp that is smaller than the Chaos Gods realms. since the Great Rift has emerged, he has become more active in the galaxy, actually performing more miracles and protecting his people. In the warp, there are more than just the Chaos Gods. The Chaos Gods have demons that come from the Chaos Gods themselves. These demons can be put into types of demons. The first type is the greater demons. These are stronger demons of the Chaos Gods, and they have more free will to act on their own. Horn's greater demon is a bloodthirster. Zinch's is greater demon is a lord of change. Nurgle great demon is the great unclean one, and Sinesh's greater demon is the keeper of secrets. The next type is a lesser demon. These are the foot soldiers of the Chaos Gods. Khorne has blood letters. Nurgle have plague bearers, Nurglings, and Sinesh has demonettes. And Zinch has horrors that come in different forms: pink, blue, and brimstones. And Zinch has flamers too. The last two types of demons are demonic beasts and steeds. These are the mounts of by the demons and some champions of chaos. Khorne has the beasts of the Fleshhound, and the Juggernauts are Khorne's steeds. Nurgle has the beasts of Nurgle, and Rotflies are Nurgle's steeds. Sinesh has the fiends, and for a mount, she has the steeds of Sinesh. Sinesh and Zinch has Screamers and Disco Zinch for Zinch's steeds. The Imperium uses the warp to travel, and the people on the ship know the dangers of the warp and can see when somebody's going to fall to the Chaos Gods. And try to get on these ships as well. The Psykers, they know the dangers are or more, and more than most people. They try to not fall to the Chaos Gods. Demons are drawn to the Psykers, and they use them to get out of the warp and into real world. What a ship is in the warp, the human souls draw the demons to them, and to stop this, the ships have a gamma field. The Orcs use the warp to travel, just like the Imperium, but have not got gamma fields. And if a demon comes aboard one of their ships, they just have a fight before they get to the next fight. Tau do not know the danger of the warp. If the Imperium rips a hole in the warp and pushes their ship into the warp, the Tau skim ships do not go into the warp, but skim on the warp to travel. This is not as fast as the Imperial ships, but it is more safer, and the Tau do not have psychers, and they have a weaker soul in the warp. It is lesser than a human, and most demons will go for the humans rather than a Tau. The Eldar do not use the warp to travel, and they see the warp as a danger to use. So they use the webway to travel. The Craftbuilders use Psykers, they called Farseers. The Farseers try to see the future and guide the Craftbuilders into saving it in the galaxy. The Drukhari uses the webway, just like the Craftbuilders, but they do not use Psykers at all. They do not want to draw the attention of Sinesh. Tyranids do not use the warp, and if the warp storms takes a hive fleet, it will come out the other side unharmed. The hive fleets do not travel in the warp, and they do not have Psykers. A hive fleet can report that they do have a presence in warp, a negative that people can see. There is one hive fleet that goes after demons called Hive Fleet Kronos that has more of a warp connection. The Necrons do not use the warp, for they do not have a soul, and they do not need to, for they are already undead. So they just let their ships drift in to their next target. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to subscribe, subscribe, leave a like, and suggest a next topic for a video.